Here are some of my best practical tips to attract less drama into your life. This was me at age 18, honestly living for male validation, living for the next party, and absolutely loving the drama. So much so that I actually yelled at my ex-boyfriend outside of a club. Actually, I think I kicked him out. I followed him outside of the club and yelled at him outside, yeah, because I was drunk and because drama. I was also part of a friendship group that absolutely lived for the next argument, the next house party where someone was going to hit a wall, or the next relationship that somebody was going to end. The life of an 18-year-old was truly chaotic and I don't regret it, but I also am very grateful that I don't live that life now. Now, if you are in a place where your life feels dramatic, it feels like either bad things keep happening to you, bad things keep happening to the friends around you, your friends keep coming to you with big problems and asking you to fix them, and it's draining you because your life just feels so dramatic, like one thing after the other, then this video is for you. You probably clicked on this video because you don't want to live that life. You don't want to have a dramatic life like the people around you. And I can totally relate to that. I don't want that either. And now I can say that I have cultivated a life that is the least dramatic life ever, but it's still spontaneous, it's still exciting, but there's no second guessing my friendships, there's no drama, there's no complaining, there's no negative energy in my friendships, my family, because I don't attract that anymore. And after watching this video, you are not going to attract that either. As with all of my videos, the chapters are linked below because we're going to go into how to get on with your own shit, why you crave drama, why people around you are dramatic, and then we're going to go into focusing on who you want to be and designing your own drama-free life. Everyone engages in some attention-seeking behaviors from time to time. This is just natural. We are all human, and when we don't fit in with the pack, we panic. It's part of our biology, it's part of our human nature. No one likes to be disliked. But this is more about acknowledging a regular pattern of behavior. Dramatic people usually engage in things like regular gossip, exaggerating, stirring up problems, or getting into pointless arguments. And this suggests that those kind of people are addicted to drama. NFD is a maladaptive personality trait which stands for need for drama. It's more informally known as a drama addict. So craving drama, whether that's subconsciously or whether you're choosing to have drama in your life, could be a symptom of NFD because you are actually addicted to drama. Now, doing research behind this, it could be based off your upbringing, your childhood, and how inconsistent and dramatic your childhood and your family home could have been. Therefore, you are craving that in your life now. So for example, if you had very unstable relationships that were always quite back and forth, you never really knew if you were doing the right thing, you never really knew if you were saying the right thing, there were good times, there were bad times constantly. From growing up having that, that is all you know. So you crave that in your adult relationships. Now, this can be either you feeling this way, or this can be your closest friend having gone through this and feeling this way. And if it's you or somebody you are around, then that is going to introduce more drama into your life. For people with histrionic personality disorder, their self-esteem depends on the approval of others and doesn't come from a true feeling of self-worth. They have an overwhelming desire to be noticed and often behave dramatically or inappropriately to get attention. It's a form of an addiction. I read an article online where somebody says that I have heard many stories that people who are brought up from disturbing environments are simply bored when they are in a calm environment and surrounded by drama-free people. So I guess I wanted to touch on that to help you to acknowledge whether you are craving that drama in your life and whether you are actually, bringing the drama into your life, or whether you have friends who are maybe suffering from NFD, maybe suffering because they had a certain upbringing and this is all of they know. It also reminds me of the song by Olivia Rodrigo, One Step Forward, Three Steps Back. In that song, she says, "I'd leave you, but the roller coaster's all I've ever had." Olivia in this song is saying that she is staying into a relationship that feels so familiar to her. It feels like a roller coaster, up and down emotions, and she would leave, but it's all she knows. It's all she's ever had. First step is obviously acknowledging that, oh, I'm staying in this because it's all I ever had and it feels familiar and it feels comfortable. And then you can make that decision to leave that situation because you deserve calm, you don't deserve chaos, and you deserve a drama-free life. Why do you attract drama? Many times, difficult situations in our lives are a product of what we do. We sometimes invite situations into our life because of impulsive decisions. Sometimes we get swept into other people's drama out of emotion without considering the consequences. The drama seems to always be simmering under the surface. Because if a very good friend or family member comes to you with a situation that's quite dramatic, but you are their friend and you want to help them, obviously you aren't going to say, no, I'm sorry, this is too dramatic for me, I don't want to help you, but you are going to want to help them. You are going to offer to help them. So you having drama in your life could just be because you are a nice person and you want to help people. But how can we still maintain that friendship and be a good friend without attracting all of that drama into our life? If you are struggling with a friend who brings drama into your life, then the first thing I recommend is opening up the conversation about why they are doing this, why they are always bringing drama into your life, and being honest about how you like to live and the lack of drama that you want in your life, because you're getting on with your own stuff and your life already feels quite chaotic and quite stressed as is. Saying this to a friend could actually help them realize their tendencies to crave drama, or they might retract, get offended, and there is potential for the friendship to end, which is not what we want, of course, and you will quickly learn whether they are a person who can change or whether they are a person who is going to stay the same. So how do you focus on yourself whilst still caring about people around you? Focusing on yourself does not mean that you aren't caring about people around you that you love. Focusing on yourself does not mean you are being selfish. Focusing on yourself means that you can give more to other people. It's happened time and time again where I have prioritized myself for a certain part of my life, and that means that my friendships have gotten better. When I have put more time into my physical exercise, more time into the gym, my friendships have gotten better. The more that you focus on yourself, the less selfish you become. Now I'm spending my morning recording YouTube videos so that this afternoon I can pour all of my time into my friends, or I can pour all of my time into my work, depending on what I decide to do with the afternoon. There is a big misconception that focusing on yourself means that you are neglecting other people, but if you're truly doing the work on yourself, you are never going to neglect other people. You are never going to be horrible. You are never going to be someone who cancels plans last minute. You are not going to be that person, because you are focusing on yourself. And true focusing on yourself is not just spending all time by yourself, because who wants to do that anyway? We like being around people, we like having community, but focusing on yourself might mean finding better friends who are drama-free. It might mean investing some time into your physical, your mental health before you invest your time into other people. And then when you go to invest your time into other people, that time will be so much better because you invested the time into yourself first. You deserve things without the struggle. If you are a person who craves drama, then it might be because you are addicted to the struggle. You are addicted to that roller coaster like Olivia Rodrigo sings about. When you get more into the spiritual side of things, when you start reading work by Rumi, for example, you begin to understand that you as you are is enough, and you don't need to make more money. You don't need to create more content. You don't need to read more books to be worthy of having more money. You don't need to do any of those things to be worthy of enjoying your life. You deserve to enjoy your life exactly as you are right now. And I know that's hard to believe when you don't feel like it. You just don't feel like you deserve all those good things because you haven't done anything good, right? But a baby hasn't done anything good, but we still give it all of the love and the caring that it deserves. Your child, when you have a child, I think that unconditional love is a perfect example of they don't have to give back to you for you to give all you have to them. Think of yourself like that. You don't have to keep pushing and keep struggling for you to live a life that you actually deserve. and you deserve health, you deserve happiness, you deserve safety, you deserve quality friendships, you deserve love. This also means that you should be a person who is giving all of those things, you know, giving love, giving happiness, giving safety, giving health. But if you are especially thinking that you need to make more money to deserve more happiness, then this is only a downward spiral to self-sabotage. And don't be afraid to get on with your own life, to get on with your own work, and understand that that is not going to mean that you are being horrible to anyone else. It's not going to mean that your life is boring, and it's not going to mean that you deserve less if you're just getting on with your own stuff. The more that you get on with your own stuff, the more that you pour into yourself, the more that you become your own project. I have a video all about that. The more will come to you. Here are some of my best practical tips to attract less drama into your life and just create a safe space, a safe life for you, for yourself, because that is what you deserve. Stop engaging in gossip. When your friends start to gossip, don't engage in that gossip. They will quickly realize that you're not contributing to the conversation. They will either get confused and ask why, or they will switch the conversation, which takes me on to the next point, which is to start talking about things that mean something to you. Start talking about an interesting quote that you heard, an interesting podcast you listened to, or whatever it is that interests you that isn't gossip. Instead of only shutting the conversation down, pick the conversation up with something that's inspiring. So if you're not engaging in gossip, what can you start to engage in, and what kind of conversation can you get rolling? Making new friends. I know it's not easy, but it's definitely possible. I feel like there's a misconception that when you get to an adult, it's impossible to make friends, which is not true. I made my best friends at 21. Right now, anyway, for 3 years, they have been my best friends. And I didn't even think that was possible, but it most definitely is. There's stories about people making their best friends in their 30s, 40s, 50s. It's possible, and don't let that limiting belief make you feel like you can't make new friends. If your friends are bringing drama into your life and it's not you, talk to them or make new friends. Create a schedule and stick to it. If your friends are bringing drama into your life physically, or you're attracting drama into your life physically, try it for 1 week to create a schedule and just stick to it. Create a calm, secure schedule and stick to that and see how that goes. You will start to get used to a life that doesn't feel hectic, doesn't feel chaotic, and a schedule that you can actually stick to. And then you will also realize how much more you can get done, how much more productive you can be, and then your self-development journey can continue to progress. Stop people pleasing. Stop saying yes to things you don't want to do. Stop saying no to things you don't want to do. Stop saying yes to things you don't want to do. Stop saying no to things you do want to do, etc. Stop doing things just to make somebody else happy. Talk to your friends. Talk to your friends about their dramatic tendencies and tell them you don't want to live a dramatic life right now. You're focusing on too much. You're focusing on yourself. So please don't come at me with drama. Because if you want to gossip about someone, just don't tell me, because I'm not interested right now. I'm just focusing on other things. But if you want to talk about yourself and if you have problems, like, yes, I want to talk. But if you just want to gossip about Jenny, I don't care. Honestly, being like blunt with your friends is like so good for setting boundaries. Self-worth. If you are attracting drama into your life, it's because you don't think you're worthy of a calm, secluded, abundant life. Work on your self-worth and work on reminding yourself that you are worthy of a calm life, that you are worthy of love, even without being dramatic about it. Stress less and meditate more. If you are very dramatic, it's because you are on this high, you're on this roller coaster, you feel like the stress is good, the stress means that good things are coming, the stress means that you're going to get towards your goals. But if you work on meditating and you work on calming your cortisol levels, not only will your health improve, but your life will improve, because you will attract less stress. What you put out into the world, you get more of. If you're putting out stress, you're putting out stressful energy, you're going to attract more stress and drama into your life. It's like when I started to stress less and feel that more abundant energy, abundant vibes, like I'm okay, I'm safe. That's when things started to come together. That's when I moved into a new place. That's when clients started coming to me. That's when I had a secure income from a company, from my business, which is like hard to get, you know? So Stress less and you will attract less stress. That is the end of this video about living drama free. I hope you loved it. I know it was a bit rambly, but either way, subscribe to my newsletter if you want to hear more from me, and have a beautiful day, week, month, life. Bye.